Kelli burst onto Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 with a reputation for living extra large. She even earned the tongue-in-cheek nickname Queen of Waffles for her famous Atlanta eatery, Nana's Chicken and Waffles. On the show, no expense is spared. She's seen buying extravagant gifts for her 17-year-old daughter, racking up hefty grooming bills for her designer dog Cha-Cha, and even employing personal bodyguards for added flair. Kelli insists all these costs are absolutely necessary, yes, even dyeing Cha-Cha pink and getting the pup $1,000 facial massages at the spa. As Kelli quipped, her beloved Yorkie lives the most fucking fabulous life ever. This over-the-top image had viewers equal parts impressed and skeptical. After all, how many housewives paint their dog pink while bragging about being business savvy? It was only a matter of time before the facade cracked and came tumbling down. From wage garnishment to more recent lawsuits and failure to pay backdated debts, evictions from her townhouse and business, her lies of luxury are shamefully being exposed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe or stay delulu. On May 5th, 2025, Navy Federal Credit Union filed a complaint accusing Kelli of defaulting on a sizable debt, $26,434.86 owed on a credit account. The suit claims the bank made multiple demands for payment, but Kelli has failed, neglected, and refused to pay up. In other words, that bill has been sitting unpaid while Kelli was busy funding Cha-Cha's next spa day. Kelli's camp quickly responded, strangely claiming she hadn't even been served with the lawsuit and hinting that the debt was tied to her ex-husband's finances. Her ex, Chivalo Mark Farrell, wasted no time blasting back through a rep. He asserted that he was removed from all joint accounts back in 2022 and has no knowledge of any loans or charges Kelli ran up since. In fact, his team called Kelli's finger, pointing a pattern of blame shifting designed to distract from her own financial difficulties. Ouch. It's a classic housewives move. Deny, deflect, and blame. Just ask Teresa Giudice, but the court papers don't lie. The six-figure rent debacle in April 2025, just months after Kelli started flashing her lifestyle on RHOA, the landlord of Nana's Chicken and Waffles served her with a brutal reality check. According to the legal complaint, Kelli signed a lease in January 2024 for a new restaurant location in Sandy Springs, Georgia, then allegedly stiffed the landlord on rent and even failed to secure proper permits to operate. Records show she was hit with multiple default notices from August 2024 through March 2025, but no payment came. By spring 2025, Kelli owed over $100,000 in unpaid rent, late fees, and interest, with the landlord seeking $101K in back rent, plus about $13K in future rent and legal fees. To put it plainly, Nana's wasn't bringing home the bacon or waffles to cover the bills. Kelli casually revealed at the RHOA reunion that she had a little lawsuit thing going on with this landlord, and at one point owed around $100K in rent and charges. She says she eventually sent the landlord a good sum of money to settle the drama, but the very fact that her restaurant was on the brink of eviction left fans stunned. Public records and reports suggest she's been juggling hefty debts at the same time she's been projecting an image of wealth. It's a stark contrast. On paper, she's fighting off creditors. On TV, she's blithely picking up luxury tabs. According to her own representative, part of the issue is that Kelli's divorce left her in a bind. She had to shell out approximately $160,000 just in divorce attorney fees, which put her in a small financial stomp. Yes, they really said stomp, when trying to launch the new restaurant. Kelli claims her ex's delayed payments and the contentious split drained her resources. In fact, when pressed by Andy Cohen about why she didn't immediately pay off that six-figure rent debt, Kelli shrugged, "Oh, I just had $200,000 in attorney's fees," referring to her costly 3-year divorce battle. Her rep maintains that the rent lawsuit has since been taken care of, and Nana's second location is finally set to open by summer. So, according to Team Kelli, this was all a temporary cash crunch caused by a nasty divorce. Maybe so, but it's hard to ignore that 2 major financial lawsuits dropped in the span of a few months, right after Kelli entered the spotlight. The irony of Kelli Farrell's situation is pure reality TV gold. Here's a woman who, in front of Bravo's cameras, spares no expense to show off a life of abundance. She hires glam squads, gifts her kids designer goodies, and even dresses her tiny dog in high fashion, effectively peacocking her supposed prosperity. Yet at the very same time, she was allegedly ducking debt collectors and defaulting on obligations most business owners would consider fundamental, like, say, paying the rent. If Kelli had been funneling money into her business and paying her debts instead of into what critics call a performative lifestyle, maybe she wouldn't be in this mess. One entertainment outlet even snarked that at first glance, Kelli seemed to be heading down the Kim Zolciak route, a pointed reference to another RHOA alum notorious for living beyond her means. In other words, don't let the designer dresses and Instagram glam fool you. Kelli's opulent image might be more smoke and mirrors than cold, hard cash. In just a few months, Kelli Farrell's narrative has flipped from glitz and Instagram glamour to a cautionary tale of financial comeuppance. The lawsuits and debts have shed light on what may lie beneath her rich, bossy persona. Is Kelli truly turning a corner, settling debts, reopening her restaurant, and learning to live within her means? Or is this only the beginning of a longer drama about money and image? Only time and maybe season 17 of RHOA will tell. One thing's for sure, viewers are watching with keen interest, popcorn in hand. Was Kelli's luxe lifestyle all for show, or can she back it up when the bills come due? Tell me what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this little deep dive into housewife hubris, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Bravo-holics. After all, the higher the heels and the bigger the ego, the harder the fall, and we'll all be here for every twist in the saga. Hit that bell so you know when a new video drops. Stay tuned, stay shady, and until next time, keep your waffles and your finances in check.